So here we are at the Grand Bazaar.
Welcome back. We're at the Grand Bazaar, about to take a tour of Zuldazar.
Yes. And I am Rock.
And I am Sweeny.
And we are doing our last of our traveling, and this is traveling around the capital city, correct?
Yes. Capital city of... I'm all confused now. The capital city of Zuldazar in the zone of Zuldazar. Wow. I'm not saying that again.
That's near poetry, Sweeny. I didn't know you had it in you. Now look at that ship. Look at that ship. No wonder we're here. We're going to see a couple more of those, but that's a scary looking vessel if I've ever seen one.
You should be happy. You shouldn't be scared of that. You're going to get that. If you don't fail.
I'm a champion of the Horde. I'm the speaker of the Horde. I'm the champion. I'm the golden boy in this golden city.
All right.
So again, these are lush greens. This is the actual tropical island that we came to drink pina coladas on.
I want to say for the record that we got these shots because I swam in a whole crap load of water to get there and died twice.
Well, that just shows you don't know how to play a warlock. Look at that ship! Oh, look at it! And you've been playing this game for how long?
Yeah, that's a great ship.
And look at that city.
It is. And this is the back end of it.
Yeah, I was going to say that you mentioned that.
Yep.
This is the backside of the Golden City. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to keep calling it that because I can't remember the name.
Zandalar's up in the corner.
Yeah, I don't care.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you know what? I may make fun occasionally of the art style of what the World of Warcraft and Blizzard, but when they get it right, they get it damn right. Mm-hmm. The waterfalls are great. Like the greens are lush. The trees are great. We're
heading up here. We don't really see it on our flight path, but one of the first dungeons you have access to, which is called Altazar. Altazar, yeah, Altazar, I think. But it's right up at the top here, and it's essentially like similar to the city that we're in, but a dungeon version of it.
So you follow this winding path up, cross that bridge, all the way up top.
Then you're in. Then basically you're fighting in a giant troll temple. I think it might be under siege by the Mogu from Mists of Pandaria, because they had to the trolls and the Mogu had an alliance against us back in Mists, and it looks like the Zandalari have now joined the Horde, and...
Sweeny, you said us. We'll make a Horde player of you yet.
Oh, whatever. They hated both sides.
So, anyway, as we fly along, you are going to see that this is possibly one of the nicest areas Blizzard has ever made for World of Warcraft.
It really is.
Not that I have a lot of experience with it. I haven't gone through a lot, but Sweeny tells me that this is true, and...
I feel they're really hitting their stride now. I thought they did in Legion, but it's getting better and better. I'm very excited for this expansion.
And now you say, and you've done research on this, that two different teams made both of these two different expansions,
yeah,
correct?
They had one team in charge of the Zandalar and one team in charge of Kulturas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So as you watch our videos, you'll see the subtle differences. The critiques have been that this one's more patched together, as opposed to the Alliance one tends to flow more naturally from zone to zone. But I don't really notice it. I think it's because you have several cultures in this zone, whereas Kulturas is basically mostly human.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's a critique as more of a design choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe this team wanted to have distinctly separate zones.
I would say
as opposed to... when we get to the Alliance one, you'll see what Sweeney's talking about.
Well, one giant jungle, I don't care how nice it's painted, eventually you're going to get a bit sick of it, you know?
And again, I like the fact that they chose those two separate styles because that gives something that World of Warcraft can struggle with, which is replayability.
I agree.
Right? When you buy this expansion, you're going to be able to play the Horde, play the Alliance.
You really should. I'm actually going to play a Horde player for the first time consistently because I want to see the other side. This is crazy talk,
but yeah, you're going to be able. You'll have the Alliance section.
Yeah.
And again, this is Sweeny talking.
I've been incentivized to play.
Now inspired for the first time.
Yep.
Because he wants to experience both sides.
Yep. I mean, the Horde character's going to be a paladin.
Of course.
But yeah.
There's that ship again. Man, they look awesome.
It scares me that you have more than one of those monstrosities. I wonder if they're going to have any kind of, if not this expansion, just some sort of, like, sea battle.
There's got to be some kind of cinematic.
Yes.
Right?
You know there'll be those. Yes. Yeah.
And now we're actually going through, like, the hunting preserve with, like, beasts and such.
Just known as the preserve. And here's King Catal, who is not someone that you want to have sneak up on you. I think that is a golden elite at whatever level you're at.
We're gonna have to hunt him down and kill him. When I say we, I mean me.
And Gary.
Yes. And Thing 1 and Thing 2 and Thing
Warlocks.
3 and Tweedledum and Tweedledummer.
Yeah.
And Tim. Can't forget Tim.
But that's one thing to say about this particular zone is, while you're out doing your quest and exploring, there's just wildlife around you all the time. Some friendly, some not so much. So you got to be aware of your surroundings. That's one of my favorite things in Warcraft is when you're just doing your thing and then suddenly a thing so much bigger than you just squishes you. It's true.
Because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. Another thing I actually have to say, in doing this exercise of finding the flight paths, I actually would recommend that to people before even questing. Just jumping out into the world and just find the flight paths. Because it felt like playing WoW for the first time for me. Didn't know where I was, didn't know what I was doing, had to check the map all the time. It was a lot of fun to actually do that. And where you're questing, it's leading you where you need to go anyways. You know?
Well, and again, I've said this before, but I think it's worth repeating. There are the two things you do in World of Warcraft, and one is the quests. And the quests are killing things and fetching things.
Yep.
And the other, though, has always been the exploration.
Yeah.
Right? And a good part of the exploration is not just, finding things like flight paths, but also finding, like, the hidden things, the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Or, finding things just for your gain personally, like, where are the things to mine? Where are the things to harvest?
Yeah.
Where are the things that you can get money from the auction house for? And those things you don't find if you just quest.
That's right. If you just quest, you'll always have just enough money in your pocket, but that's it.
If you just quest, you are going to miss anywhere between, 25%, 40%, 50% of the game.
Yeah, it's
but
at least 30.
It's a chunk.
Yep.
It is a good chunk of it.
This section here, we could see from the designs, the Naga have invaded a bit, so it's showing influence of Queen Ashara.
Gonna have to go there and kill Naga. I don't like them.
Fish food. I hate
Don't
Naga.
like them a lot.
They also, it's so weird that they walk around on tails, and yet if they see you, they have the ability to speed right at you and start attacking. I always found that weird.
Snakes strike pretty quickly, dude.
I guess that's the theory. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
and we're now going into our final descent back to the original port side of the city that our video was at.
At the Grand Bazaar.
At the Grand Bazaar. Thank you. That's right. The Grand Bazaar of Zandalar.
So we'll get one last view of the main city, the Golden City.
Of that great
of which
city.
I am the speaker for the Horde, the Golden Boy of the Golden City.
You are until my Horde character gets there, then he'll become speaker of the Horde.
There can be only one.
Yeah, I think.
I am the first. Let's face facts.
Well, I think tradition.
And here we are.
I think their tradition dictates I'll probably have to eat you. Anyways, so
for now, I'm Rock.
I'm Sweeny, folding for now.
And we'll deal with you later, especially you.